my fellow Americans. I should say, hi, my fellow proud Americans. I am one of you. I served the military, even if you didn't serve the military. I just thought it was a disgrace that these athletes who get paid millions of dollars have to use the national anthem as their excuse to forward their agenda. It for those who have served our country, who have lost loved ones serving our country throughout the wars we have to defend our world, it's sickening to me to do something like that. This is something I did a long time ago, not a long time ago, but many years ago, and I wear quite often during the 4th of July or many other occasions. It really says it all for our men and women. It talks about their bravery, willing to serve our country voluntarily, the sacrifices they make in serving our country, the American flag we honor, all the branches we honor, and so on, to defend our nation, not just here in our country, abroad. We just had 3 vicious attacks. New York, in down in my state of New Jersey, down the shore area, and in another state. 3 more vicious attacks. How many more are we going to have before we start standing up and saying enough is enough? They have their signal and so on and so forth for putting their hands up, Black Lives Matter and stuff. How about we have one for our veterans? Something similar to this. One thumb up for their bravery, one thumb up for their sacrifices, crossed arms for their volunteerism, and let's not forget the first defenders who just went into New York where another bomb was planted and could have been killed doing that. How about one for them that goes like this? Right after the national anthem is played at all these sporting events, how about we honor our veterans this way and show those that want to disgrace the national anthem that there are Americans who care about what's going on. Now to go on further, I sent this to Donald Trump in hopes that he would wear this. It's time we go out in public, or our leaders go out in public and not just say how much they care about the military and so on, but show how much they care about the military. Donald, why don't you wear one of these? Signed, some of them, a special, make maybe a bunch of special ones, maybe 15 of them. You keep one for your library. You auction one off, and all the proceeds go to Wounded Warrior causes. Plus, maybe another 13 where people can collect them. There's people that collect collectible things and all the time for different things. Give them a chance to earn something. Others that maybe want this shirt to wear, that money can go. I'm offering to give every bit of the proceeds after they're manufactured and made to Wounded Warriors causes. How much would you willing to do? Mr. Trump, also, if you become president, here's another suggestion. You could give these signed ones from the both of us if you're elected president at the party. You, since you brag about how much money you have, how about spending some of the money? And if you do it, invite the winner and a member of their family, so that may be 13 winners and their family, 26 people, to the party, and present them at that time with something like this. If you do not like my idea, my shirt, how about developing one yourself for the Wounded Warriors? It doesn't matter to me. They need to be honored, not disgraced by people that make millions of dollars and can sit down at these events and disgrace those that brought about our freedoms in 1776 and so on. Don't you think it's time we stood up and did something and said something? I don't expect to do this during the national anthem, but how if we do this after the national anthem is played? One thumb up for the bravery of our soldiers, one thumb up for the sacrifice, cross our arms for their volunteerism. Now we also have those first responders who just went to New York and risked their lives with another bomb. How about we honor them at the same time and just do this? At the same time, do this and then say thanks for your service and your dedication to our country in trying to protect us. All those, not just in the military, but our police and our firemen who rushed to the scene the other day in New York and risked their lives with another bomb going off and dying from that. That's our enemy. How about that, Mr. Trump? How about visually, instead of just always saying something. Now, Mr. Trump, you know I also send you another idea. And I'm going to add it to this, and that's all I'm going to say. You keep bragging about you're going to have the toughest vetting program there is. Well, I'm going to give you mine, and I'm going to challenge you to come up with a better program than the one I'm explaining right now. We use this all the time. We use it on TV shows. The FBI uses it. A lot of people use it. What am I talking about? The polygraph, the lie detector. Why can't we have and train maybe 100 soldiers, maybe 200 soldiers, Army soldiers, in the polygraph, send them over to these countries, and no one of those Syrians can come into this country till they pass a polygraph test 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts. No, well, they may have passed it or this and that. Have to pass it 100%. If you can't do better than this, you ought to not. All I'm saying is, if you can't do better than this, then don't say you have the toughest there is out there. Okay? You either support mine or you come up with one now. The people are looking at President Obama wants to bring another 1,000 or 10,000 or 15,000, or I'm sorry, it's 100,000 more refugees through his vetting program, which is dangerous. My program, it's not a rush. We give them the polygraph test. We can't use it maybe in courts, but these are not citizens of our country. If they want to come here, they have to pass it with flying colors. No ifs, ands, or buts. So if you want to have the toughest vetting program out there, this is the one you need to employ. If not, I challenge you, stop telling us that you have the best and give us another one that you say you have. Now, I want to thank you, and I hope you will consider what I said about supporting this, raising money, visually showing your appreciation to our soldiers, and not just saying it. This goes for Clinton. I don't even bother with her. I can't bother with a liar and something like that. So that's why this video is directed at you, Mr. Trump. I support you reluctantly, but I do support you. And I hope you're willing to do this for our wounded warriors and visually say, this is how much I care about you, and this is how I'm willing to do to raise money for you in this little simple way. I thank you for listening to my video. Again, just thank you for listening to my video.